Good greetings, Rusty Dog here. Welcome to Burbank Airport in Hollywood. And we're going to be flying to Salt Lake City in the Airbus A320NX, assuming Navigraph will let me do that. I've already got the sim brief plan set up for the Airbus, already done. So we've got full integration on this, so this is going to be, by comparison, a lot easier. I'm pressing all the 737 buttons, so, ooh, okay, slight delay there. All right, let's just do this. Oh, come on. Keep the frames up. Come on, I've clicked you once. There we go. The thing I like about this is it gives you all the information. We have, what's the raw? Yeah, nice man. All the meta all in raw format. You get your wind details there, your air pressure, everything just presented to you. Desperately waiting for the 737 to get one of these pads. Yeah. What can you say? All right, so let's take a look. I'm going to take a look at my flight plan. I need to know my block fuel, which is 5948. Curious that it needs more than the 737 does. Okay, we're going to go for 6,000 then, I think. Just round it up to the nearest, because I'm going to use some sitting here. All right, so clicks don't want to go in. Right, so I want 6 tons, 6 million, 95 million tons. Yeah. Okay, we'll put that in right now. And services. We do have wheel chocks and safety cone on this. Now then, what about their removal? Weird, it looks... All right. Can't remember how to remove these, even though I've done it like 16 times. Okay, well, let's hope we can do it later. What am I looking for here? Passenger loading. I think. Yeah, we'll do it. Oh, lighting presets, which I think is here. Awesome. Right. So MCDU menu then, and Atsu, AOC. This one. Okay, weights and balance. Get the passengers and start boarding right now. I think it's not real time, like it's a slightly speeded up version, I believe. Because I want to get all the fuel on board as well so that we can calculate the performance. Okay, so let's get this. And flight plan should be there. We've got another. Oh, it's fixed it. Okay, we've got a discontinuity down there, which. Alright, it's loading up. I'll just leave it for a while. Right, I'm going to move this over to plan and bring this out to around 40. Constraints on. Altitude has to be, or will be, 18,000, which matches the transition altitude. Speed, I don't know yet. I will find out that later on in the setup. Pressure is heavy pressure, plenty of pressure. 1014 millibars. 1014. Okay. Awesome. Set these things on now because it's slightly out of sequence that I normally do it, but hey, we don't care. Right, let's run through this then. So alright, I'm gonna turn my phone off, it just keeps bleeping. So give me a second, guys. I don't want no distractions here. There we go. Lovely. Okay. Man, you know what? When you jump from plane to plane, I have to admit it's a little confusing. It is. It's like, because I'm thinking, where's the delete button, or where's the next page button?
Flight deck. On behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer, and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to receive final numbers from the crew, then we'll be on our way.
We are arriving at 17 again.
Safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make the flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Stars. Are you down? Okay, I'm going to just pop into Navigraph then, take a look at these. I could do it on the plane, but I prefer my big screen. So, K, Salt Lake City. There we go. And we need just again, guys, if you see any untoward flickering or things that don't look right on the screen, do let me know. See, now on the 737, you tell it the height of the runway at the destination, and I can't remember whether you do that here or not on this plane. I can't seem to hold the information for two separate planes. So it seems direction of travel is north to south on runway 17. so we do have to make that loop. Okay, so let's get a star coming in from there. Looks good. I think bear looks good. Let's choose bear. It looks good to me anyway. I'm gonna miss that. I'll skip that. All right. Yeah, it should have it from the start, and considering how many, you know, centuries that they've been working on it, you'd think it was Star Citizen. They had like 3 years on this plane and they still didn't bring the tablet with it. But, you know, to be fair, there was a lot of other systems. Right, let me just run through the flight plan here. We can pick up all the mistakes and errors. Okay, so there's an issue here. So I think on this one you can just clear the continuity. Okay, I'll correct that. Used to be the case that you can clear the continuity. There we go. Okay. So we come up, turn around at bear, come down. Yep, so far so good. Keep going. And into the runway. See? Perfect. First time, no worries, done. That's 737. Urgh. Okay, so I just want to go back to the main menu. I'm pretty sure it's done, but I want to be triple sure that all of the fuel is on board. Yeah. All right, great. So go back to init again. This time we're going to go to the second page, I believe. And now we're going to type in our 0 fuel weight. Well, we're not going to type it in, it's going to do it. As for the block fuel, I'm going to put that in. I'm not going to have the plane do it because it'll get it wrong. And if I'm not mistaken, it was 6,000, wasn't it? Yeah, 6 tons. And I think you're right with the 737. I think it was a pounds kilograms issue. Pretty sure that's what it was, as to why we were getting the insufficient fuel. Right, hopefully we've got some extra time here. Awesome, 50 minutes of extra time. Yay! All is good in the A320. Right, so now we can go to performance and we can go V1. Uh-oh. Oh, yep, my mistake. I'm sorry. Right, I'm going to do flaps 2 on this one. And now we can go. Actually, hold on just a moment. Or am I getting mixed up with the Phoenix? Because the Phoenix has got some great features on its tablet. The performance calculators, really good. Yeah, this has got top of descent and landing. If you can fill in all this stuff, great. Yeah, you can fill a lot of data in from the flight plan, and then there's like a couple of bits you can fill in, and then you can calculate like, I think, does it runway length, I think, needs to be put in and stuff like that, and the condition of the runway, and then it can calculate your landing performance. This isn't something I really use, but it is what it is. Okay, now we can do the V speeds. Let's get those in. And V2 is 128. I'm going to add about another 5 or 6 onto there. So 133. Yeah, let's go 134. Oh, actually, it's set to managed. I would normally set like a few knots above V2 here, but I'm gonna leave it in managed mode. That's not gonna come alive yet, is it? No, we haven't got the systems started. Okay, all right. So I'm happy with that. Got the performance done. Flight plan is done. Init features are done. I haven't done the ILS frequency. I'm hoping it's going to fill that in as we get there. If not, I'll have to quickly find it and fill it in myself. This is the ILS frequency to pick up the localizer, I think. Oh, we've got something on here now. Okay. We could do a weather request, but there's not really that much point in doing a weather request and printing it out, really, because all the details are here. So, wind speed 170 at 8 for 27 with a dew point. Now, where do we put that in again? Oh my god, I should know all of this. Is it wind temp? Wind request. Thing is, okay. Let me go to the init page a moment. I can't remember which page you put that in. Unless it's filled it in for me. Wait a minute, go back here a sec. The wind speed and the temperature and the dew point. We put that into the destination. Okay, when it says enter destination details on here, we can put that information in. But I haven't put any weather information in from where we are right now. Okay, it's not going to matter, to be honest. I'm sure the plane can cope with a bit of a breeze. Can't believe I actually need a memory refresh on this plane. Don't know why that hasn't come on at all. That's a new one. Alright, I think we're good to go, guys. Flight plan is done. We can carry on now with the setup here. Turn the fuel pumps on. APU. 1, 2, 3. Go. Okay, beacon light on as we're about to start the engine.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross check.
Oh, it was already on 1? Okay, 1's good. Right, what's on here? No portable devices and seat belts is fine. Park brake is fine. All good. So, what did I want to set down here? Oh, I want to move that to ignition, and then once the.
We'd like to welcome you on board. Your safety is our top priority, so we appreciate it.
Has she got triggered by the ignition switch?
You can follow along with the safety information card if you see that.
Huh.
Fasten your seatbelt, insert the flat metal end into the buckle.
And we're taking off from runway 15, which is APU is now available. Just bringing up the map if I can. Takes a while. There it is. So, runway 15 is where that plane is about to go. So we need to taxi all the way up. So that means we'll need to come out and do nose right. Okay, come out and do nose right. I'm going to try and do it from the inbuilt system Should be interesting if nothing else.
Rotate your twist effector and remember it may be behind you.
Auto throttle. Not yet. Not yet. We need to start the engines up. We'll do that in a second. All right. So we want to be going sugar now. Where are we going off from? Up here? I guess up there, right? It can only be, because this is a runway, so we better be careful. Alright. Right, let's try the onboard pushback system. I'm not used to this. I normally use a different system, but I don't have it on my sim anymore. So this is going to be a little bit fun. So do we... Oh dear. Can we not move the plane where we want it to go and then... I don't think so, right? So we call the tug. See, I can't tell it which way. Like on the Phoenix, you can tell it which way you want the plane to turn. On this one, you have to kind of just steer it. But I'm too busy trying to start the engines up. Right, we should be able to kill external power now. Alright. So I will get the handbrake off. Unless of course it wants me to keep it on. Tug is attached. Okay, go. Can we... Yeah, there we go. Right, so I'm just going to begin starting up engine 2. The thing is, I've got to be careful not to put myself onto the runway. And luckily, I can... Oh, this doesn't update in real time, right? That's kind of not cool. Oh, it seems to have stopped. Okay. I think then I am going to start... It says it's moving. I think I'm going to start doing a new methodology for this, because it used... Oh, now it's running forwards. This is brilliant. It used to be the case that I would start the engines up in sequence as the pushback was happening. Oh, it is showing the animation, thank God. But you can also, depending what airline you fly, you know, determines their procedures. But some airlines do it where the airplane is taxied into position, not taxied, towed into position, and then wait a minute, guys, I don't trust this. It's taxied into position, and then you start the engines up, which I'm okay with. Oh wait, this is not the right way. If the steering is going to push the nose to the right, then you're going to have to steer to your left. Yeah, okay, so I have got it right. It doesn't want to move. There we go. First time with this system. Are we good? Oh dear. Sorry. Oh, I seem to have caused a traffic jam. My bad. I'll be with you in just a moment, guys. Just bear with me. Okay, engines are started. APU bleed can go off. And we can probably turn off the master switch as well. Alright. I'll go round the guy on the... I'll go on the runway. I'll go round. It was my error. Too much power now. Thankfully, damage and collisions are not set. I could have just gone straight through. So, I think we need to take the taxiway up here. There's still a couple of buttons I need to set on this, which I'll do in a second. And that is this one. Whoops. Can you go back to Arc, please? Thank you. So one of the annoying things with Flight Sim is, you know, you've got your mouse right on the button where it needs to be, and then you twirl it, and then by the time you're getting to the next setting, something's moved the mouse away, and it ends up you scrolling the zoom in and out. It's quite an annoying thing, but I guess this is what happens when you have a cockpit that's moving around literally in the game there. Okay, we got some final flight checks to do, but we'll do that when we're just on the threshold, and then we'll go. Yeah, donkeys, yeah. I could say something, but I don't want to get politically incorrect. We're going way too fast for taxiing. I guess we're just making up for some lost time here. I'm hoping that the frame rates are going to improve considerably when we get up. And I didn't fully check my flight plan either in terms of constraints and altitudes and all that kind of jazz. So here's runway 15. Thankfully I got that bit right. Okay. I just need to adjust something on my seat. In real life. There we go. That's better. Alright, so we have a checklist on here. I'm just going to run through that because I think I know it already. So we're going to do that. Set the auto brakes. We're going to set the speed brakes on. Set the flaps to that. It's position 2, which is what we said. Do a cabin call. And then wait to be sure that the flaps have gone into the position. Because if you don't wait and they're still moving and you try a takeoff config, it's gonna beep at you and freak out. Okay, we're good to go. Right, so all we need to do is position ourselves on the runway, and we are out of here. All we need now is a crash to desktop. Oh, sorry. God, the brakes are so powerful on this. The hold on, stop. Let me have a look outside. I don't know what the hell I'm turning here. Okay. Yeah, the 737 is really smooth. You know, on the ground here like this, it's a super smooth aircraft. Even in the air, it's like butter compared to this. I mean, look how sensitive to the yaw this thing is. Crazy. Okay, this doesn't look like the longest runway in the world. I'll be honest. I'm glad I chose flaps too. And I have to remember to remove these POI things as well. Okay, we are ready. We're going to go about 40% throttle, release the brakes and kick it. I'm just preparing everything on my side. Okay. Ready, guys? American Airlines Flight 2627 leaving Burbank Airport for Salt Lake City. Parking brake off, nose wheel brakes on, power. Come on. And everything. Oh, I should have been running FS Realistic, shouldn't I? I'll get it running in the middle of the flight. Forgot about that. Right, I don't know where my flight plan is. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No flight plan. Guys, what in the hell? I don't know what's going on. I may have to use active pause here because why don't we have initial flight plan line? What's going on here? Paper to last straight away. Where's my thing? So much sunlight, I can't see what the hell. I don't know where my there we go. It's okay, it's because it's in pause, that's why it's doing this. Don't worry. Okay, carry on. I was wondering where the bloody line was going. Throttling back to climb. Still not happy. I have no idea what's going on with the flight plan. The plane is going way too slow. There are settings here that are being set that shouldn't be set. Altitude is not being managed. Oh, landing gear. Is that, but that doesn't, yeah, landing gear. You see, I get distracted by the fact that there's no flight plan line, and then I forget other things. Why is the flight plan line not there? See, the plane's not going to know where to go. I don't know why the subscriber alert didn't come up, or the whatever it was. Yeah, thank you, whoever that was. I mean, something barked. I don't know what happened. Oops, ground spoilers are still on. You see, this is what happens when things don't flow as I'm expecting them to flow. Then my concentration starts to go on that instead of what it should be going on. Does that make sense? It does to me. It does to me. I wonder if my flight plan is underneath me. It shouldn't be. This is... just going to directly fly the plane to Las Vegas. It's the only way. Now, will you navigate, please? Thank you. So, by the time I get to Phoenix, yeah, we need to be at top of climb before Las Vegas. Let's just go all the way. We may as well now. Crank this all the way up to 39, sorry. Is that right, 39? Yeah, flight level 390. I did click that, didn't I? I did. Okay, so, up we go. Yeah, I mean, like, landing gear and things like that are just things you don't even have to think about. You just do it until something goes wrong and takes your mind off the stuff which is obvious. All right. Settle back. Strap in, all 5 of you, and we'll get going. This might be the last flight sim stream I do. Yeah, so enjoy. So we are 2100 Zulu and landing at 21, so wow. I hope we're flying over a time zone. 2 hours. It's 21:18, 21:55. It's a bit longer than I thought it was going to be. And this plane flies a little bit quicker than the Boeing. Okay, who's left on the stream, guys? Can you just give me a hi? Hey, Milan Verhulst. Hi, Milan. Thank you for your sub. Appreciate that. Thanks for sticking with it. I'm going to be sticking with this flight regardless. Yeah, if you're still on the stream watching, just give me a hi in the chat. Hi, Ron. DEFCON. Yeah. Well, disappointing as it has been these last few weeks. KEVW is my alternate. I don't know where that is. Evanston, I don't even know how to say it. Evanston, Uinta County Airport in Wyoming. Whoa. So what are these? I don't know. These big hills coming out of Burbank. So they've updated the US. They've done what do you call it? World updates. They've done world updates on the US twice. The US has had 2 world updates. But it kind of makes sense if you think about how big the United States is. You know, it's not a small place, and there's a lot of detail that they want to cover, I'm sure. So yeah, they did it twice. Quite big updates as well. And it's nice because you can basically fly anywhere in the States now, and you've got some, you know, good scenery. It looks like it just doesn't look like the default, you know, that default green grass stuff that you see everywhere. Like if you were to fly over countries that haven't had any world updates yet, they don't look quite as good as places that have had. And I can't remember what the next one is. I think it's Germany. I can't remember if Germany's the next world update. Can't just be Germany, can it? Yeah, it could be. It could be. Yeah. I'd like to see South America done as well, and did they do Australia? Let's see if I can get a list of what all the world updates were. I know one was Italy. Oh. Okay, I made one typo in my search and it gave me a completely different set of results. So world update 10 is coming in August, I think, is it? World update 10. No, sorry, sim update 10 is coming in August. I'll get those mixed up. Okay, so flight sim wiki, here we go. Yeah, sim update, oh wow. They're talking of sim update 12 this year. So world update 10 was USA, world update 11, oh, to be announced. Coming in late September. So the next thing is coming 23rd of August, sim update 10. And then world update 11 in about a month later than that. And then November, I'm looking forward to that because that's going to be the 40th anniversary update. And I think, is it China? Oh, that would be good. Because China's big as well. That would be good to do China. Yeah. So they're planning World and Sim Update 12 by the end of the year, by the looks of it. Late 22. So yeah, Sim Update 11 I would probably put around, I don't know, yeah, October I would say. And then the 40th anniversary, which brings more planes, I believe a DC-3, or is it a DC-3? I can't remember what the other planes are. Let me have a look. 40th anniversary update is going to bring, oh, brilliant. It's going to have the Wright brothers plane, the Wright Flyer, the plane that started everything. It's going to have the Ryan NYP, which is more commonly known as the Spirit of St. Louis plane, by Asobo in collaboration with the Smithsonian. And yes, Douglas DC-3 and the de Havilland Canada DHC-2 Beaver. And from Asobo, 2 helicopters. The first, one helicopter from Asobo, one from a third party. Going to be coming in, the Bell 407 and the, is it Grimble Cabri G2? Cabri, that's not the chocolate. It's C-A-B-R-I, Cabri. And 2 gliders, DG Flugzeugbau, that's German to me, and an Airbus 310. It says true to life airliner by Ini Builds, so it's not going to be an Asobo product. It looks like they're inviting third-party developers to put content into the 40th anniversary edition. I like that. That's cool. We think there's going to be more handcrafted airports and bush trips and landing challenges and whatnot, but none of those have been divulged yet. So that's to look forward to. I'd like to see the DC planes, you know, DC-3s, D-36. Which one was the Comet? Is that the DC-10? The Comet? I think so. I'm not very up on my planes. Yeah. I'd like to have those. I'd like to fly those older planes. The ones that came in before, the ones that people were flying in before, you know, it got all modernized. Things like whatever the airliners were back in the 60s and 70s. The Trident, there's one called a Trident, I think. Yeah. Really like to have those. Looks like we're still climbing as well. 31. Got quite a distance before we get to Las Vegas. We'll be flying over it, I would imagine, or at least very, very close to it. Yeah. I wonder how Las Vegas looks at night in this sim. I haven't really been there. I think Las Vegas is definitely best seen at night. So oh, now then, I'm trying to think whether the Salt Lake City airport that we're going to be flying to is a third party. Did I buy Salt Lake? Huh. I don't remember. I think I'm getting it confused with Colorado Springs. Yes. Yep, I don't think I have Salt Lake City. Because the code KSLC, it doesn't ring any bells in my mind about an airport that I've bought. But don't rely on my memory because it's terrible. I'm trying to have a look in my content folder to see if I can find it. Oh, maybe guys. Now, what's this? No, that's navigation data. That's no good. Just gonna check. got another folder I can look into here, because I'm using a program called Microsoft Flight Sim add-on linker. And what that does is it manages all of your packages, so you can disable and enable packages at will, basically. And you can have presets, so you can just have a preset where you've only got one airliner at a time in the plane, in the sim, and then that way it's supposed to, so they say, reduce your initial loading time. Not the loading time from clicking fly to ending up at the airport, but the loading time before you get to the main menu. I think it's supposed to help that. Let's have a look. Salt Lake. Doesn't look like I have it. No. I was getting it mixed up with Colorado Springs then, clearly. So that means we'll be flying into a standard airport, and I don't know even if it's one of the photogrammetry ones. Oh, look at this. I'll tell you what I'm not seeing a lot of: clouds. Do we have live weather, or is it really just this nice? I think it is live. Yeah, it is. Real time, real weather. And it gives us the metas here as well. If you're ever stuck for a meta, like in the 737, because here you get it on the tablet, and you can just do this. Sometimes. Yeah, no, not these. Okay. I think it maybe he only does it for the big major airports. All right. Oh, it's water. I wondered what that was for a second. Water. Man, there doesn't seem to be a town in sight. This is the thing as well, isn't it, with the US? You can have portions of the United States where there's just, I don't know, miles and miles and miles without any population, because it's just so big. Just imagine taking a road trip through here and breaking down. Man! I suppose there must be people living out here. Not seeing any evidence of any houses. So I don't think, when it comes to the Phoenix A320, I don't think my procedure for starting up and taking off is that much different. There are a few slight differences, I think. I think a lot of it comes down to the MCDU here, because the Phoenix has got like takeoff performance calculators, descent performance calculators. It's all very sophisticated stuff, and I think it can even push the data straight out onto this.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, your captain.
I can't remember if it does that.
Just reach our cruising altitude for the flight.
Hey, aviation, yeah, 390.
Please keep your seat belts clear from the aisle.
Just arrived.
We'll be coming through the cabin with galley cards shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating with the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Here's the thing I don't get though. Hold on, where's the next? So, flight level, so this is top of descent. So, this is, I don't know if you, aviation, I don't know if you would know this. It's expecting me to stay at flight level 390, to reach top of descent, although I know it will tell me where the plane, like if I need to come down here to 184. Will this plane come down from 39,000 to 18.4 inside of 65 nautical miles? See, I think as well this area is where the Phoenix as well is a little bit more improved. But when you start the descent, you get a little arrow on your line. So if you need to be at 184 by Bear, you can turn that dial down to 184, and it will put a little arrow and tell you at what point it's going to get there. So if you wait until just before Bear, then you can start your descent. I think that arrow is calculated based on a 3-degree descent, right? Not sure. I think this is one of my areas I need to brush up on, is calculating the descent and everything. But since they added that feature with the arrow, let's see if we can bring it up. So our next drop in altitude is going to be to 184. Okay, so if I expand that out, does it tell me here? I don't know whether, I think you've actually got to click it in to start doing it, to see the arrow. That might be the case. Yeah, because it's not showing up here. Oh, hold on. Is this top of descent marker though? See now, because we're right zoomed out 320. That must be our top of descent marker. I guess we'll find out. We're zoomed right out now. So this outer circle here is 320 nautical miles. I usually keep it around 20, 40, the zoom, whatever. I like 40. I like to know what's coming. It is top of descent. But there's another arrow just like that, right? That tells you when the descent altitude is going to be reached, at what point in the flight path. So if you're on the ball, you can start the descent. Well, actually, you can start the descent, I don't know. Start the descent when you think it's the right moment, and then if the arrow's not going to make it, you can increase your vertical speed, your VS here, or you can decrease it to get it where you want, right? But this is what concerns me though. This says flight level 390, and then you've got ditto, 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 right? So stay at 390. And then top of descent. Now you start descending. Now this isn't a constraint, but I should look at the charts really. But how much can the plane descend in 65 nautical miles? I think we can make that, right? I think we can go from 390 to 183 in 65 miles. That used to be 184. I think we can. So we are 20 miles out from Las Vegas, or at least the Las Vegas waypoint. Let's just say that. Wow, look at this. Is this Vegas then? I'm going to load up little nav map here. I think this is Vegas. Where's all the casinos? Out in the desert. There's a runway over there by the looks of it. Runway here. Where's the Eiffel Tower? Alright, it looks like little nav map's not connecting me to the sim. It started with an error, I don't know why. Let me have a look, see if it is still going to do it. Yeah, okay, we got it, I fixed it. Las Vegas is, yeah, there's two planes behind us as well. An Air Canada plane flying just about at the same altitude. I don't see him. Yeah, I don't see any lights. Surely that's Las Vegas. There's a big airport, look. 39,000 feet doesn't seem that high from this point of view. Oh man, I love this scenery. It's really nice. Here we go. So that's the Vegas. Let's go back here into here. Next is hi-fi. That's what you used to play your music on about a decade or so ago on your hi-fi. What is this? It's like a speaker. Where the stewardess's voice comes over. Yes, there is a descent calculator, you're right. Yeah, you're right, I'm going to use that, I think. So if we go from... I forgot what it was now. So bear with an R. BR. Okay. Right. Yes, my descent calculator, of course. So if we... It says fetching speed from simulator. Okay, so sync. Target altitude. Let's go 18.3, which I think is the current one. Start your descent at 65 nautical miles. So then this must be the altitude that the plane calculates it's going to be at if you start descending from the top of descent. This is it's calculated. This is the yeah, it's not telling you to be there. Because it's not, if it was in purple, it would be a constraint. I think we've just, hi Nora, I think we've just passed Las Vegas. I think that's Las Vegas down there. Although I don't know. Is it those? Where's all the casinos and all that stuff? Is that this bit? I really don't know my geography around Las Vegas. Do you know what I like on this plane as well? It's my favorite plane for, I don't know if it's the most accurate or whether it's the Phoenix or the 737, but I love the wing flex on this thing. It's kind of, it's almost like the entire wing is bending and it just flexes really smoothly, where like the 737 for example seems to be, when it flexes it seems to be a lot more rigid, you know. But you can even see on some of the airliners the engine as well, just flexing up and down because it's on the wing. It's really nice. I wonder if I could order a kosher meal. I don't know why I'd need a kosher meal. But yeah, just Las Vegas on the way to Salt Lake City. We've got some light leakage here through the crack in the dashboard there. It's coming through. So we have got quite a way then, I think, to get to top of descent. Yeah. So we've got what, 78? Is that 78 to get to blip? No, 17, sorry. 17, and then another 87, and another 34. Another 125, then we hit top of descent, and then we start going down. The system here works a little bit different to the 737, which was a bit tricky for me at first to get used to it, but once I did, it was great. It was, you know, when I did my first landing and I did my first auto landing in the 737, it's a satisfying moment. There's no question about it. Especially if you're not used to taking that plane. I mean, I've flown a 737 in Flight Sim X, but I'm talking about taking off from the runway, you know, no startup procedures, just engines already started for me, ready to go, flying around, and then a 1 in 50 chance maybe of getting a successful landing, maybe if I'm lucky, and even if I and even if I did get a successful landing, it would not necessarily be on the runway. It might be, you know, somewhere in the vicinity of the airport. You might need to get a bus to go back to the airport. I wasn't very good. But now with this sim, it makes me want to learn about the systems and how to fly. You know, because it just looks so amazing. You know, it's just a fantastic flight simulator. And now that they're bringing these study level aircraft out, we've got the best of both worlds now. We've got a great one from Airbus. We've got you know, the Phoenix one, and then we've got a great one from Boeing. We've got best of both worlds. Then the 787-800 is due out, I think September, but I can't be 100% sure it's September. But I've just heard rumblings from people talking in the groups and stuff that it could be September for the 800. What is the difference anyway? Is it the 700 and the 800? Is the 800 just a slightly bigger plane? Is it slower? Is it faster? Is it have a lot wider wingspan? I don't know what the differences are. And I know that if you own the 700, that you will get a discount for the 800. I think they give you a discount for all the planes that are coming out after the 700. So I did buy the 700 initially, so I don't know what the discount's going to be, but I'm hoping it's going to be a fairly decent one. 50% would be nice. I don't want them to bring out the plane, right, and it's like $39.99 or something like that, and then, but if you've bought the 737-700, it'll be $34.99. Save £5. No, I want a decent bloody discount. And then I think once the fleet is out, I think what they might do is, you know, wait a few months or so, and then just offer a price for the whole bundle, where you can buy all 737s. I think the one I'm waiting for is the one that they had to withdraw, the Max. The 737, is it 800 Max or 700 Max? 800 Max, I think. Yeah, they had to be taken out of service because temporarily, because they were crashing. So if I ever crash one, I can just claim that I'm living up to tradition. I've already got a built-in excuse. What I've never done though on these planes, this plane has it, the Phoenix 100% has it way more complicated than this one does, and the PMDG certainly has it as well, the 737, and that is failures. So I know on the PMDG you can decide what kind of failure you want and when it's going to kick in, but you also have the option, which I would prefer, which is a random failure. And I also think you can delve down deeper, where you can suggest a random failure, but you can choose the system that fails, whether it be hydraulic or whether it be electronic or whether, you know, anything like that. Maybe I don't know, one of your inputs, your rudder or your ailerons or whatever gets stuck, and or your landing gear won't drop. I think you can choose, or you can just go all out random, so you have no idea what's coming up. But not only do you know what's coming up, but you don't know when it's going to come up, when it's going to happen. But this has it as well. Now I think is it here? So full simulation of the failures isn't yet guaranteed. So yeah, even the fail isn't guaranteed. But you can select, so you've got comfort and compact, so electrical power. But here you're being very specific on what fails. So you've got your green, your blue and your yellow hydraulics. And you can pick what, I don't know what you're supposed to do then. You just got to find the closest airport to land and get everything down. Main left gear door jammed actuator. This is like a diagnostics on a car. You know when you run a diagnostics tool? Captain PFD display. Okay, so that's just this thing. Or is it this one? This one. This is the nav, right? This is your nav screen, this is your PFD. Oh, imagine that going. Flight officers, PFD. Yeah, like I say, I've never really gone through these. Proximity sensor, damaged closed left gear door. What? Navigation. Oh boy. Oh, no. I wouldn't want that. To have a navigation system go out, and then you've got to use backup systems to... You've got to use backup systems to get you down. Like if these systems go, I think this is on a separate system to this one, so this one can fail. So you've still got this. It doesn't give you as much information, but it certainly gives you the essentials. And then, well, if it all fails, what are we left with? Beacons? Oh, beacons and VORs. Oh yeah. So you got your VOR and your beacons. That would be an interesting thing to try at some point, though. Is to, yeah, you got VOR mode right there, right? It'd be interesting to go and fly using VORs, like I would do in, say, the Piper Arrow. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll give that a go. I think that would be interesting. And it would be another thing that I would be learning. Welcome back, Andy. Oh, we got a little bit of a lift there. So at some point this is going to come on and say enter destination data. That's not going to be difficult to do because thankfully this thing gives us everything we need right here. And this is how far into the flight we are, which I like. Rusty approves of this system. Usually you get this diagram inside the plane as well for the passengers, right? They can see that. Oh, there we go. We got round fields. It's like, this is like Pac-Man meets Connect 4. We've got Pac-Man over here, and he's trying to stop you getting 4 reds in a row or 4 yellows in a row. Yeah. I tell you what would be nice is to be able to freeze the sim, just do a freeze frame on the sim, and then maybe just type in a, not type it in really, but press a key combination like, I don't know, Control Alt L or whatever, just for sake, Control Alt L, and then it shows you on the screen information, your latitude and longitude, right? And if you do Shift Control Alt L, then it could say copy it into the buffer. When you go to Google Maps and you type that in, and it shows you on Google Maps the real pictures, and then you can compare the exact place where you are. I want to see if those fields are actually like that on the, oh, look at that. I like this. This looks brilliant. I love that they do all these patterns. I know there's a reason for it because somebody told me what it was, but I forget. But there's a reason that this is done like this. But I'd like to know what my latitude longitude is right now, so I could pop into Google Maps and see if it's really there. I don't know why, just for, yeah, curiosity I guess, more than anything. Okay, so we're approaching the Winan waypoint, 10 nautical miles out now. There it is, reflected here, 10 nautical miles. Then we're going to be flipping over to Mulf, which is Messerschmitt I'd like to fly. That's the best I can do on short notice. Is that how you start failures on the plane? Bugs? No. Is this heading bugs or? Oh, okay. Alright, I've not actually gone into that stuff. I see they've got something going on this screen. Like, you know the message system, like if you want to get a weather request, I think you can get that up on here as well. Should we try? I'm not sure whether it's working. Let's have a look. We'll send for a weather request, weather report. For Salt Lake City. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to do it that way. What I meant to do was clear away Burbank, and yeah, let's just do that one. So when the message arrives, it'll pop up here on the panel, and then we'll see if we can get it from this little screen here. Shouldn't take too long. little while. Coming via carrier pigeon, straight into the engine. You can actually get add-ons now for birds in the sim, but thing is, they're big birds. We're not talking little sparrows, we're talking big ones. There we go, there's the message. So the weather report is in. Now can we recall it from here? I don't know. Recall empty, consult message record. Okay, so if I do it here, received messages, meta. So now can I now that I've read it, can I recall it on here? No. I don't know how this works. Consult the message record. And then of course you can print this information. So we have a few clouds at, is that 10,000? And scattered clouds at 14,000. Variable wind at 3 knots. SM. Don't remember that one. SM. On the meta. Where are you? 10 SM. Oh, it's one of the ones I've forgotten. This is time. This is your time and date, I think. Yeah, date. Wind direction and knots. And then you've got your clouds here. A few clouds, scattered clouds, broken clouds. Current temperature and the nighttime temperature, I would say. And then you've got the air pressure. I can't remember what SM was. Time to do some revision. Oh, we're just about to get to MILF. And then we've got 114 nautical miles to cover, right? And then we can start descending. Nice. More Pac-Man meets Connect 4. Although it doesn't. Oh yeah, no, there's a big load of them. Here we go. Over to MILF. I'll tell you what I do like in the States though when flying. It's just a weird little thing, but the waypoint names, the names of some of the waypoints are some of them are quite humorous. Where you'll find in a lot of other countries they're just boring waypoint names. But I think some of the waypoints are even named after people, right? Like even on this flight we had Slap and Blip, you know? Slap. Yeah, Slap, we've got Bear. But some of them I've seen some really good ones, really funny ones. It's cool, why not? Nothing wrong with that. Alright, so now this has changed. So top of descent here, and we're going to be required to come down to 16.4 now. Wait a minute. Wasn't there a Wasn't there a 65 nautical mile distance between top of descent and there? So I guess top of descent has moved forward then. Looks like 181. $16.4, eh? Let's have a quick look at the calculator a moment. Hi, Angry. Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Some of these numbers are confusing. This is your max speed, 0.78. Above a certain altitude it goes from speed to Mach. Hey Mach. So I'm just going to monitor top of descent on here. Won't be for a little while yet. 114 nautical miles, and that is, this outer perimeter here is just 40. So we're good for now. What the hell is that thing? I wonder what this is. Yeah, dirty plane. It needs to be washed. I do have a clean version of this plane, but I have a preference for the weathered, dirty look. You can't beat a good dirty look. So I'm told. It doesn't take long covering these miles though. Let's get back to flight plan here. Oh, we are on it. Okay, that's good. Wait a minute, did we? Oh, we did go past MILF. Alright. Yeah, so we're counting down here now to Bear. And somewhere before Bear is top of descent. So we're going to continue to stay at 39,000 until we hit this wee arrow, and once we get to the arrow we're going to start descending, and then we'll just turn around and hopefully get back on the ground again. That's the plan. That arrow's coming in quite quickly, and now that I've zoomed down to 40 it's going to be even quicker. But I only need to click one button on this plane in order to make it start descending, and I'm going to click it just a tad before. Give myself enough time, which I'm sure we do have. And now it's gone 16,380. We're fine. We're just going to leave it as it is, 16.4. Unless it drops under 80. If it drops under 50. If it drops under 16,350. Is this in real time though? I think. Yeah, I don't think I need to be adjusting this, because as long as I'm at 10,000 by this limit. Is this limit? Yeah, I don't know. As long as I'm there, I'm good. We'll keep going. We'll keep on running. Nice man. So these must be the clouds at 25,000. Doesn't seem to be that much though. Weather's good. I don't mind like rain or something like that, that's fine. You know, or changing weather during a flight, starting from rain going to dry or vice versa. Of course, if it gets too bad and your visibility is so bad they don't let you take off. If you use Microsoft Flight Sim ATC, they won't let you take off. But then you can override it, so it's good. It is overrideable. So we need 71 nautical miles to achieve 39 down to 16.4, and we're going to have plenty. I think it depends when. If this is 135 from where we are now to Bear, right? And this is stuck right in between 114, so that's forget it. I'm not gonna try and second guess myself just in case I'm wrong. It'll all come right. Only a fool could mess this up. Setting myself up for a fall here. I want to find out what these are. I'm going to guess it's the speaker for the cabin crew to talk. I don't know. I used to wonder what those were, and then I found out what that was. Because I knew that it's not there. There's nothing on this plane that's not there for a reason. Nothing. And then I had a white ball, a red ball, and another white ball, and I thought, what's going on there? And it's all to do with your seating position. Like if you're in the right position with your seat height-wise and forward back-wise, then the white ball that's on the other side should just perfectly disappear behind the red one, which it does. Because if we move, now you can see it. So you know the moment it goes away that is your perfect seating position. See? Which is right there. I would, if I had 50 guesses, I would never have guessed that's what that was. Maybe with 51 guesses, but with 50, nah, no chance. What is the main airline in the States these days anyway? Is it Delta? Or American? Largest airline in USA. American Airlines, yeah. Largest by fleet size, passengers carried, and revenue passenger mile. Revenue passenger mile. Okay, yeah. So Delta, United, and American are the three big ones, apparently. And I believe I have liveries for all of them. But I like the look of this one. Nice scenery, but again, just miles and miles of uninhabited space. I've got a couple of people I know that in the next week or so they're going to be flying from somewhere up north in the UK. I'll have to find out where it's, which airport exactly. Down to Greece, I think, or Crete. I'm going to fly to Crete. So, I wonder if to recreate that flight. Take some British tourists. Drop them off in Crete. Right, top of descent is almost upon us. Top of descent is literally descending upon us. Right, enter destination data. Let's do that now. The now. Oh, remember where to go. Can't remember. Approach. Here we go. So QNH is 1017, is it? Yeah. 1016 now. 1016, 183.37. Oh, I've said that too quick now. 1016. Yeah, great. Can't even do that. Was it 6? 1016. 180 over 3 at 37. Your top of descent point. Okay, done. Clear that. The Barrow. I don't know. That's the decision altitude. I don't know. I'll look it up on the descent. I'll go to Navigraph and look it up on the descent. Approach runway 17. Decision altitude, where are you? I can never find these. Ah. It looks like it's either 99 or 100. It's not going to like it if I put it in. Is it 99? Yeah, entry out of range, I thought it might be. But I never know what to put here. Barometer is or Barrow is decision altitude, right? But I've got two numbers here. It says DA. Oh, never mind. Okay, so DAH 4319. Okay, let's see if it'll accept 4319. So we're good. And we are now descending.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business.
Once we get under 10,000, I will enable the seatbelts.
Once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated till the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
I love those call-outs because it really does add to that emotion a little, you know, just enough. So we need to be I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't know what the asterisk is for. These are constantly moving targets. So we'll try and make them as best as possible. Any constraints here? No. think I'm clicking the wrong direction. Yep. Up is down and down is up. Yeah, you see, look. Destination runway 4,280. Right? So, that's the height above sea level of the runway, 4280. So, if you look here, when we put that information in, 4319, that's just slightly higher. So at that's the point where if you drop below this altitude, you can't pull back up anymore. It's done. You're committed to landing. There's not a big window between 4319 and this 4280. Yikes. Your bloody wheels are almost touching the ground by then. Okay. So can we zoom out the map a second? Right, so we need to be at 11,000 by OGD. I'm going to stick 11,000 into this. Is it at 11,000 plus or minus? I think it's plus. Yeah, so we need to be above 11,000. I wonder if that means you can also be at 11,000. Yeah, 11,000 or above, I think that is. Okay, so oops. Yeah, that was a mistake. That's not good. Okay. So why don't we get the little... Oh, sugar. Why don't we get... Oh, yeah, okay, I got it. This thing. It's moving with us. Ugh. That's weird. Why is this moving? I thought it used to put a marker to tell you this is the point where the plane will reach the altitude that you've asked me for. Because if you think about it, flight level 11,000 or 11,000 feet is only 6,000 feet above the ground because the airport's 4,000, right? Is that right? I guess. Yes. And we're going to be sitting at 11,000 for quite a while then. If it's going to be here, but we're going to get to that altitude. Well, okay, and it's gone. Yeah, I'm just going to keep on going down. I think this green dot as well is also an indication of, like, it tells us whether we're above or below the angle we need to be at to get to where we're going, right? To get to our... I'm very bad at explaining, but I know exactly what I mean. If this is in the middle, it means we've got our descent angle perfect. If it's too low, then I don't know which way around it is. It means we're not gonna, like, I think, okay, so it's gone high. This might mean that we're gonna hit 11,000 before. I don't know. We're either slightly above or slightly below the ideal flight profile, basically. I don't know how to explain it better than that. Well, this is starting to be a bit of a worry now. I hope the plane knows what it's doing. It's got to lose 12,000 feet by the time we make OGD. Well, I'm just going to put my faith in the plane and hope it knows what it's doing. Whoa, what's that? Is this a road? I like this. Yeah, look at this. Come on. Come on, mouse. There you go. So, when we hit this 4319 altitude, the plane should call out minimums. Now I have to remember where my reversers are mapped because I did move it. I think I know. I don't know. I'm hoping it's going, because as we make this turn, it's probably going to level out this descent path unless I force it. So we're coming down to 11. So from where we are now, you can see the altitude is in real time here. We need 32 nautical miles. So we are 14 nautical miles from there. Plus 21, that's 35. 35 to get to OGD. And we need 30. Okay, so that tells me on this current flight path we can make it. We can get to OGD at 11,000. It says 11.6 there because we're supposed to be slightly higher. We can do that. We'll go to 11.5. So yeah, here we go. So this must be, I don't know, is this Salt Lake City over here? Oh, I'm hoping it's a little bit further inland. Or that this plane's going to take quite a wide turning circle. Look at the flex on those wings. It's just nice. Look at that, it's so smooth. And it looks like the wing is so bendy. I think this has got the best looking flex of any plane. I find the others just a little bit too rigid. But maybe that is correct. Maybe that's more correct. I really don't know. .1016 last I looked. Has it changed? No. Alright. Here we go then. Need to be there, and then we need to be down to 7.5 by prize. Let's have a look at something on here. Decel. Okay, so decel is what this blue circle was. Very nice. Well, I think so far so good. I'm not lined up yet. Got to tilt that way and then across that way, so I don't know if the runway is on this side of the water or the other side. Descent profile looks pretty good, and the green dot is bang in the middle. That's exactly where you want it. I like that. So next step down is going to be 7.5. I'm sure the pilots would like me saying that one. 7.5, or at least above. That's at the decel point. Hires want 7,190, and then T-full is 6,000. We want to be 6,000 feet by T-full. And then from T-full, it's like 2,800 feet more down to make the 4,280 of the runway. Assuming I've got all my numbers in correctly, because if I don't, oh look at this. Now this is in purple. I think the plane's going to take care of itself here. Let's just pop that in, 7.5. See, even though I put 7.5 in, it knows to stop at this altitude. It knows it's purple, so it knows there's a constraint there. So T-full is 6,000. I'm going to go right down to 6 now. And the plane will obey the purple constraints. It will obey these. So it knows there's a waypoint coming up at 7,500 or above, and so it won't drop itself to below that. It'll know not to do that. Once it goes past, then it'll start dropping down to the 6,000 I programmed in for T-full. And then we just bring the plane in. Oh boy. Isn't this... Oh, there's the runway, look. It's on the water. Great. Looking forward to that then. So, it looks like, yeah, it's got the localizer frequency. So, as we come down, once we hit the glide slope, we can hit approach and autopilot 2, and the plane can land itself, or I can take over. Once we got the diamond down on the vertical, once we have it on the horizontal as well, that means we're nicely lined up. There's another plane over there. And there's the runway. So I'm going to start slowing this thing down. So we are 9, so that's 5,000. Yep, gear down. Okay, just testing. So if I can't put flaps in at this speed, sorry, flaps down at this speed. I'm just gonna. So 230 is that limit. There we go. That's fine. So you see there, it's going to hold. Even though it's been told to go down to 6, it's going to hold at 7.5 until it gets past that constraint. And then I'm hoping it's going to slow itself down even more.
Please prepare for landing.
Come on, speed. Come on, speed. Okay, there's the horizontal coming in. Does it not pop up GS on the
Traffic.
Yeah, that's because I'm not using the ATC of the game. Doesn't it tell us when we have
2,500 speed.
what? That hasn't worked.
Conflict.
Okay, no problem. Oh, now what you're doing? Yep. Okay, let's just pretend that we landed.
Traffic.
Okay. I'm going to try that again. Glide slope, we've got it. Thank you. Sorry, I didn't wait until the glide slope. Now we're good. I've never had to do that in the FMS before, though. Do a cabin check anyway. I don't think we need to. Yeah, see, I can't do flaps full yet, even though it's calling out for it. Need to do that under 180. Just knowing what speeds to I don't know why I'm holding the joystick. The plane's doing it all.
Traffic. Traffic.
Yes, there's a jet about to land on that runway. See, I don't have full flaps because it's going to beep at me if I put it on.
Traffic. Traffic.
See? But then again, it's not slowing down either. My speed isn't set correct. So, how do I set it correctly then, if it's not set correct?
400. 300.
That was me pressing the wrong key.
200.
Oh, the speed on the top. Damn. I didn't see that.
100.
That wasn't... Yeah, okay.
Minimum.
I normally don't have to bother with that.
20. 10. Retard. Retard.
Hearing the reverse thrusters kick in. I don't know why. Reversers didn't kick in there. I knew I had an issue with that. Yeah, did you see me set 188 though? Did you see me do it? Because I don't remember ever doing that. I think the plane must have popped that speed in. I never entered that. It is set at 188, but not by my hand. I thought it stayed on managed speed for the whole thing. Unless it was when the autopilot switched over from A to B or whatever. Not sure. we're on a runway, aren't we? Need to find a taxiway off this place. Breaking all airline rules. Trying to get off quick because it looks like there's a plane coming in, but I don't know which runway. But I'm hoping to be clear of it.
Salt Lake Ground American 112 request taxi to the gate.
American 112 taxi to gate Foxtrot 11 using taxiway Quebec Cross Runway Tree for right Hotel 5 Hotel.
Taxi to gate Foxtrot 11 using taxiway Quebec Cross Runway Tree for right Hotel 5 Hotel American 112 tree.
Yeah, I don't know what went on with that speed thing. You've been drinking alcohol on my flight, Ron. You're my co-pilot. Trying to maintain a nice, steady taxi speed in this thing is proving difficult. It's either too fast or it stops. Oh, I've missed my parking. Oh, big blue box, yeah. It's not obvious then. Oh, dodgy frames. Come on, you're nearly there. Oh my god. I swear, once it starts turning, you already have to start counter steering. Right, you buggers, get off my plane. Storm's coming in, DEFCON?
Yeah, first I disarm.
The doors verified.
Do it with my throttle easier. Oh, by the way, passengers, you can get your seatbelts off now. Call ground power, which we have. We can turn the APU off. Well, we did get here. What else are we looking at? This is new. They've got background sounds after landing. I've not even...
Yeah, first I disarm.
The doors verified.
No, I don't. I don't have FS Realistic running. This is all part of the fly-by-wire package. Cool. Ambient sounds. what I need is to set up another lighting preset on the on here for no lights, so it turns all the lights off on the, or turns all the lighting down on all the panels. That's something I would set up if it was, say,
Salt Lake Ground, Southwest 2672, requesting pushback.
if it was, say, like you had an option for persistent state,
Pushback request accepted.
then I would do that. Get some fuel transferred as well from the tanks. Does it tell us how much fuel we have left? Ah, we had plenty sloshing around in those wings. Yeah, no problem. Let's shut this off. Oh, let's go to the lighting. I want to see if I can... wrong one. Wrong one. Wrong one. This one. So max lighting. Night lighting is the same as this one, but with a couple of extra things.
Salt Lake Ground, Southwest 2672, requesting the end of pushback.
Yeah, I wish we had one for no lighting. Turn all the lights off manually,
Pushback received.
and then save that preset, and then you've got one for like just a preset for turning all the lights off.
Salt Lake Ground, Skywest 3653, requesting pushback. Skywest 3653, pushback request accepted.
Oh, I like this. I like this. It's turning everything off.
Salt Lake Ground, Southwest 2672.
That is cool.
Ready to taxi IFR.
Did I didn't turn off the fuel pumps, did I? That's neat. I love the way it ran through that step by step. Still got the jetway on the plane though. Let's see if we can get rid of that. I won't do it the iPad. Or any other decent available tablet that is available from stores. What are we doing? Jetway. Is this what they call it? The jet bridge? Jeff Bridges? No? No, there it goes. Right, so it's time to get some new sandwiches on board and fuel maintenance check, ready for the trip back. Now on the 737 you can do things like you've got fans on the brakes, you can also overheat the brakes when you're landing as well. You can get them overheat, and I believe somebody was complaining of having a seized brake on the plane on the 737. I don't know whether that's a thing, but that's what I heard. Yeah, so, and then of course you can use maintenance to fix those things. Okay guys, so there you go. That is the flight from Burbank near Hollywood to, whoa, moonwalking, to Salt Lake City. Alright guys, so thank you for watching, those that were here, and I appreciate your time. And I will catch you whenever the next one is. Till then, have a great rest of the day. Rusty Dog, out.